This is football, and it's a bit different. It's a bit different. Those two are not here. It's like, hey, to Ndamare. But I've got a lot of football experience with me today, and of course we're going to be talking about a whole lot of things. We've got the General Chief Justice, to military. Guys, thank you very much for joining us here on the podcast, Strictly Football. Let's start off. Very sad news coming in from South Africa. We've just lost Tendai Ndoro, and it's really kind of sad, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, and he's someone who had some problems some few years back, and he was now trying to come up and starting his life again, and suddenly we lost him. But I would say such is life, but it's in a painful manner. Tendai, many people knows what he did for the country, and also when he played for Orlando Pirates. He did very well in South Africa, everyone knows. Coming here, for the Warriors, we still remember some goals during the COSAFA tournament, the time he played, and he was also a good lad. He faced so many problems, so many challenges, but with time, he ended up coming back.
Picking himself up.
Yeah, picking up, and now it just happened. It's a sudden one. And nobody's sure of what happened.
It's really sad having lost him. Made a lot of Orlando Pirates fans really happy in his time in South Africa, didn't he, Reuben?
Yes, he did. Tendai was a fighter. Even during these difficult moments, you could tell that he was still fighting for his survival. When such things happen, we are in a dark moment, in a dark space. As a nation, we say we are very, very sorry to the Ndoro family for his loss, and it's a great loss for Zimbabwean football, even for South African football also, because Orlando Pirates, he was a darling for Orlando Pirates and Ajax also. But we just pray to God that the Holy Spirit can comfort those who are close to him and his family. Munongoziva kuti mukurarama vanhu vanozongoziva zvanga zvakaipa chete zvakaitika mukurarama kwake, but for us as football legends and football heroes, we live with his memories, the great goals that he gave us, the smiles that he gave us, and we can only say may his soul rest in peace.
We forgot the speed.
Yeah, electricity, faster than electricity.
He was too fast. He was someone who was, I would say, he was more like a ghost. Yeah, the moment
he's here, then the next moment
he's there. You will not find him, and too quick.
Basically, I think his off-the-ball movement made him very dangerous, because if you can tell, the moment he moved from one area to another zone, you could not mark him. If you are just sleeping as a defender, the next thing you hear the nets going, yango waya chete chaunga changu chaivuvuzela pa South Africa.
A great man. He used to score goals.
Pirates breaking through, Ndoro slides it under the advancing by.
It's going to be a tough one, but after that match, after that hiding, Jomasono run the changes. There's mistake by the keeper. It's Pirates and Pirates take the early lead with the inform Tendai Ndoro.
Play on, Manyenga square, Ndoro. They're taking it quickly. Magola. There's back across. No! Two-down cushions down outside.
Yeah, he did go down.
There's a chance. That is football.
Second minute, Benjima was sent off. Here's Ndoro now. Ndoro, goal! Left-footed goal from Tendai. Chance for Ndoro.
Excellent memories that we'll have, and I guess that's what we will cherish the most from Tendai Ndoro. He gave his all every time he went onto that pitch, and we say here at Strictly Football, may his soul rest in eternal peace. All right, gentlemen, let's bring it back home into the local premiership, and we're not going to talk about Dynamos. Right?
But thank you.
They are relegated. Why would we talk about a relegated side? one of us here is laughing, but he's in pain.
Guy is in pain.
Just one of us.
It's a fake smile.
It's a fake smile. But let's talk about Premier League winners before we start talking about Dynamos. And right at the moment, a lot of people might say it's a 4-horse race, but at the present moment, it seems like it's going to be a Simba Bhora, Scotland FC kind of title race. Not putting out. I know there's FC Platinum still coming. Moors is also in there. But let's talk about Tonderayi Ndiraya and Scotland FC. Just 1 point behind Simba Bhora. All those Galacticos in there. Justice, you've been in the dressing room. You've played with a lot of excellent players. Do you think having that amount of talent in the squad is advantageous for Tonderayi Ndiraya at the present moment?
Somehow it can be, but depending now, are the players able to form a team? Yeah, this is very important. Sometimes you can have all the number of players, very good ones, but as long as they cannot formulate a team, working hard is difficult, even for any other coach. But I think Tonderayi Ndiraya, with his attitude, I know him, we played together. He's a very strong character. Yeah, he tried by all means. Everyone tried to smash him from the back, from
all directions.
Pull this one. So, but I think at the end of the day, he realized that I'm taking off there. His real direction. Then now he started doing. You can see the results which are coming now, and they don't seem to be struggling a lot. Yeah,
but isn't it an advantage, maybe, Reuben, isn't it an advantage having such players in there? Out of
one moment of brilliance.
Again.
Well, but tichitarisa Bhora, anditi nyaya iri muchanging room. Humility will always make you winners. So if they humble themselves before their names, before the history that they've done is Galacticos, maybe they can carry the coach to a victorious parade at the end of the season. But if egos come on top, I don't see them winning anything at the end of the season. But
having won a lot of things, not with Scotland, in the year we're talking about the likes of Kamabiliad, Knowledge, and so on. Having won somewhere else, isn't it a push for them to then say, we've won everywhere else? Except
no. Sometimes it's about also, we're talking about the number. Individual players can also have their own profiles and be good in certain, because they know the level of professionalism at a certain level. But then you've got also a mix of other players who don't understand that. To push you with your ability to say, okay, because a team here, I have to play also for you. I have to play for the next
the next guy.
Yeah, so there's someone maybe who will be seated in the dressing room and saying, because he just came in from Kaiser Chiefs, so I don't need to play with him. I want to show him I'm bigger than him. I'm bigger than
as usual.
You get it.
Everybody wants to make a name because of somebody who's got a big name.
Yeah, so you end up, you see those boys whenever they see him in a glorious moment to say, okay, maybe you can just push in the ball into the net. They don't pass him because they don't want him to be talked about.
That's true. Because all the glory goes to him.
Exactly. So for me, I'm saying, okay, fine. If you have characters in the team which can formulate a team, they will understand. We've got a big brother here who's doing well. Now, look, that team added Knowledge and so on. It's full of everyone. Probably talking about Zimbabwean football in the current moment, right? So they will be just saying, okay, now, what's happening now? If they are. But I know a team will just say, okay, now we've got big boys, we are comfortable. If my job is to mark, I have to mark. Yeah, if I'm to assist, I have to assist. If I'm to run more than him, because I'm calculating as well the age differences. There are young players in that team. There are also these boys who are a little bit aging. So you just have to complement them. They cannot sprint for the whole 90 minutes. So this is what makes it, a better team. But of course, Scotland, they are doing everything. They've done so much. Much more boys with Dynamos, but I'm saying, of course, we believe you. We just saying, okay, if you want to talk about the history of teams.
Oh, okay, that's the history.
Yeah, of course, because for me, we formulate sport in history. So but they've done so well. Especially this season, they've brought people back into the stadium.
Yeah. But can I ask you? Can I tell you one thing? Huh? This Scotland actually reminds me the days of 2008. Do you know Dynamos had the best team, but they did not have the big names. But they went on to become the big names wherever they went. You are an example of those people.
Yeah.
No, you fought, and we need like what you are saying. They need to fight for each other.
Yeah.
They need to do what is required of them in order to achieve the goals.
And do you know the secret behind that team?
Yeah.
That team started formulating, coming together around 2006.
Yeah, I know.
You understand? And most of the players in that team, maybe 2 or 3, maybe I would say 4, they had no profiles. The rest had played over 5 seasons in the Premier League.
In the Premier League, yeah.
You get it?
Okay.
We got players. I was coming from Lancashire. I was in Lancashire for 5 seasons. There was Mteneri who was in Lancashire for maybe 9 seasons. We also have got Breton Tuwai. He was playing okay. He's one of those, I would say, they did know that Premier League experience. Breton Tuwai, Shoko, Manyatera. Maybe I'm forgetting maybe another one, Reuben, something like that.
Reuben Dauti.
Yeah, Duduzo, he had some experience. He played in South
Africa, yeah.
Tembisa. We had also Love Momapuya. He was a seasoned player. He played for Blackpool, Motor Action. Who else I would say? A lot of guys.
He actually was the darling of the crowd.
You know,
instead of celebrating with the team, he will go to his own corner and make the Roomba dance by himself.
Something like that. But so when you are bringing in players, it depends where they're coming from. They all have different backgrounds. You get it. So it's easier when they have got experience. The understanding is easier for them to say, okay, this is a team. We know the special cause why we are here. Unlike if you have young boys, we have never been. Some of them,
It's the experience and the leadership So Scotland FC have been quite consistent.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that enough? Because the team that they're trailing by seems to be very consistent as well. And having won over the weekend against a Moors side that is also looking to win the title. Surely Joe Lupaka won't let this slip.
But I believe that Joe Lupaka is a very, very good coach, to be honest with you. The same as Tonderayi Ndiraya. I think what will change the course of the title race is their match between Scotland and themselves,
and
Simba Bhora. That can be the title decider. Whatever the outcome of the result of that match is going to be the title decider for me. I don't know about you, Chief.
Yeah, two good teams at the moment, I would say. Yeah,
but
it can be.
Having said all of that, Moors still in it. Just 8 points behind the big boys.
Yeah, but they don't have chance anymore. Why I'm saying so is because there's this shift which is coming in the status of the league. If you find Moors is gonna be traveling a lot, and then you have got and there if you see at Ngoni Stadium, it's not easy to beat them there.
Oh, never used to.
Yeah, and so whoever is going there now, he says
we can do that. We get the 3 points.
Yeah, you see, it's different. It's different approach from the first
16 game. They were good.
You get it. So they were much more in Ngoni. So taking Scotland has got a disadvantage right now. The disadvantage with them is they are hated by many. That's the disadvantage.
Yes.
You get it. So whoever is going to play with them has got no sympathy.
Yeah, they want to beat the big guys.
Unlike the Simba Bhora. Simba Bhora, they do their own business there in Shamba. So most people, they are not much of a fight.
Good, they're not too concerned about Simba Bhora.
And not only about stars. Nyaya iponde oti wakatazama dynamics of Zimbabwean football. When Scotland came in, they completely changed everything about football in Zimbabwe. Even the crowd that they have from Mavuku, and even all over Zimbabwe, everyone wants to be Mabira now, but they are hiding behind the shadows. But those staunch supporters, like for Dynamos, Cape United, they are coming from the backyard saying we don't want them to win. Openly.
Wait, this is what is happening in Kuku Stadium. Is whenever they are playing, you have Dynamos and Cap supporting whoever they are playing.
Yes.
Do you know the reason? people, I think majority don't hate. They don't hate anything to do with that team, except the color. They played Division 1. No, they played Division 1.
Yes,
They played in Division 1. They were not wearing this kind of blue
that's true.
In Division 1,
they were playing yellow.
They used to wear more like the orange yellow or something like that. But the moment you go into the league where there are big guns, then you formulate the colors. It's
And
the
then
same
now
as
you're
going
doing
to
the
La Liga
blues.
right now. Then you go and rightly strip like Real Madrid.
White. You're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Nobody likes you.
Yeah, nobody will like you.
Yeah, okay, so this is what is happening.
Yeah.
They're wearing blue. Caps United already blue. Dynamos fans are like, why are you wearing our colors? Is that what is happening?
And also
That's
remember,
the thing. There's no big fight in there. There's no big fight. That's only the hatred. You get it. If you form your team right now, it's the same as you. If you formulate your team right now and let's say a school. Even chikoro chacho.
that's
Ukaonza chikoro chine macolors echechi kana prince. Remember they are going to fight you.
Yeah, they are definitely going to do that.
They will fight you vanokunzira zvakawanda into your yard. Sika chikoro chako.
chaunza chiite apachichiita.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong about squad because all those boys are Zimbabweans. Even they've got foreigners. They're all good guys. We have known them growing up. But with the fans now, you know the heart. Dynamos is supported by many.
Yeah.
So if you go and resemble, you
the colors. Copycat.
Exactly.
You remember the days of shooting stars?
Exactly.
Shooting stars fell by the wayside because they were wearing blue.
Right.
So
Very interesting.
But the team is doing so well in the Kuwega League. I think it brought something. It's also bringing in some glitches in the stadium. There's something different.
Yeah, there's something different. And I remember, was it last season or the season before, where I was watching Herentals and Bulawayo Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think we must have been 10 in the stadium.
Yeah.
It was just...
It was zero.
It was
just zero.
In the uniforms there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense for...
So it was like the Islander supporters wearing the black and white school uniform of Rangers. The students, they always put on the black and white.
So, the fact that we can now look at Scotland is playing against Rentals and the whole Faro Stadium is packed. It brings in the fans and the game becomes exciting. Imagine when Bhora and somebody drops a pin, you can actually...
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So anyway, that's Scotland FC. Now let's move to we touched briefly on Joe Lupasha, right? First big side, isn't it? That is coaching.
Yes,
coach at
Islanders
and then
as
a head coach.
He was a coach, right?
As a head coach.
Head coach. Yeah, he's a head coach.
It's his first.
And now he's taking defending champions. That is Simba Bhora. They're 1 point above Scotland FC. Does he have the pedigree? I know you said that he's a very good coach, but does he have the pedigree to then lead these boys to say, okay, we've got enough pressure coming, but we can concentrate and make sure we can be consistent?
I think sometimes in football the advantage is you can psych your players, and actually tell them how good it is to win, how good it is to be champions. Remember, Joe Lupasha went with the national team to our first AFCON and scored the first goal. Just imagine him telling another young boy, just imagine, iwe wakatora chini family mako ya the first person asumudza mukombo. How will you feel? You feel motivated. Kana mahara nyako usingapiwe mari unotamba because kuda mukombe kuti mbiri nezita rekumba kwenyu risumuke. But as we go, I see a team in Simba Bhora. You know, they know how to grind results, whether home and away, especially these days. You know, when they started, they were not that good. But these young coaches are also proving that they can lead and take the bulls by his horn. Because remember, we've got Joe Lupasha, we've got Tonderayi Ndiraya, we've got Deco. These are three young coaches who are making it well. If you put in Norman Mapeza, he's no longer young. He's our elder by far. He's the elder statesman among the top 4 teams that are competing. But I think currently we've got a 2-horse race.
One aspect, Justice, and I know you've been here. Simba Bhora, yes, great coach and everything, but now we're going to be talking about the African Safari, having to travel thousands of kilometers and then having to come back and defend your title. How does Joel handle that? How do the players handle that to make sure that they retain this title?
It's draining. It's draining. I wish we have got a stadium for them to play here.
That's true.
Because let's say they are going to play in Swaziland against Nsingizzi. If they come back here, they win, okay, they go to the next round. You go to West Africa. The issue is about how you travel there. Because you find West Africa in terms of connecting flights here and there.
It's more difficult.
Yeah, it's more difficult. You can fly from here to Johannesburg, Ethiopia, Senegal, something like that. And you find here the league is going. Yeah, because the week you're absent, the league is going. So you are bound to play midweek. So when you have to come back, you arrive here in Zimbabwe on Tuesday.
So basically, vanenge vatoma AI hostels vanogara ngori mudenga chetu vachingosvika ground.
Achina ground. Vachibva West Africa, Joburg.
You get it. So it's difficult, and I think, and I hope. My thinking was they should find a solution. What do they want? Concentrate here and concentrate here, because you might chase both.
But for me, I would rather concentrate on the local league. Because why? For now, Simba Bhora does not have a team that can compete at the highest level in the African Safari. Yeah, I think they like your team. It was the 2006 Dynamos. 2007, 2008, you reached the semi-finals. So I'm hoping if they win this season, if they win the league, maybe for next year, they've got a complete team that they've played the full season together. Remember, this team of Simba Bhora is still a new team. Most players, they came from different clubs.
And we all the coaches know why also know. The new players at Simba Bhora.
Yeah, the rest shifted to...
There's a coach.
Even the medic. Muna kangosara chete ndi grounds mina kazonza ukwana mamonya riloya ukakuza idukubozi mukuti
mamonya aru Scotland, a few guys vakabva ku
Simba Bhora
Bible zanzi masupporter chete ndo riloya football but zvangofanana ngoti maplayer nemamonya acho futi avasiriloya.
So maybe they would have a team which will compete both ends. Yeah, because it also depends with the players that they used. If they are
what happens? I know it's probably too late for them to then decide. We're not playing in the African Safari. But what happens if they do decide to say we're not playing in the African Safari? I don't know whether the troubles that we're having at Dynamos are partly because the team early in the season had decided, we can't participate in the...
It was Nyamarika.
But what does it do to the players to say, you've been fighting, you want to win Chibugu Super Cup because next season you're going to play in the CAF Confederations Cup?
Psychologically, it affects them. So it can play like a cassette, those old tapes that we can rewind. When you rewind something, it means that you are going backwards instead of going forward. So basically my thinking is, yes, they can play in the African Safari, but they should field a weaker team. Or do try their level best, but put more effort in the local league.
The concentration should be on the Premier League rather than the African Safari.
I'm seeing it in different... he's bringing a good point as well. You can have the players who can play 70 minutes. Then the last 20 or so, I've got some horses.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you go and play in the Champions League, if you are to win this game, make sure you win a marginal before the end. You have got a marginal scoreline to defend. Then you rest some key players. It will drive him when he comes.
Oh, good and fine, gentlemen. But problem one. I'm going to play for Simba Bhora in the African Safari. I want to play 90 minutes because I'm thinking Sundowns and Ipswich Town are probably watching this game. So for me as a player, I don't want to concentrate too much on the Premier League. I want to concentrate on the African Safari so that tikabuda group stage, takuna knockouts. Ndakutanga uta say does that play a part in the mentality of the players? Yes,
Obviously.
the strategy for the team is to say, no, not for this season.
Yeah,
but for
obviously,
next season.
obviously.
But in Nzemono, guys,
No, obviously, this is the platform to market players. Yeah, Champions League you find out these games will be all over Africa, and it. So each and every player wants to play and wants to participate as long as you get a chance. But my teams, especially what to do now, and also the type of players we have. How am I going to manage this pool? You get it, because you are going to face a lot of injuries. And also at the same time, you have to win this league. Number 3, 4. They also want to repeat. So in between, but you just need to have a solid decision. Concentrate and have, and make sure you will provide every facility for the team, because the most key part is resting.
Yeah, recovery.
Yeah, recovery. Yeah, that's going to be the thing. But having said that, my question hasn't been answered. Is that an opportunity for Scotland FC?
It is.
Yes, of course.
It is.
Yeah. It is. They're
Fatigue,
increasing the number of games.
Yes, fatigue will play.
They're in the league title race.
And they've got a large pool of players.
And then they are going to travel. You get it. So Scotland will be just here. They are waiting for Chibuku and they are not going to travel a lot.
Yeah.
So for them, these games is difficult, because first game is good. They are going to Swaziland. It's easier.
Yeah.
But what about if you go in the next games?
What happens then?
Yeah, how to travel.
The more games that you play, the more that your body becomes weak. You need time to recover, like you said. Spending more time in the air, it's stressful to the body. Also, then fatigue comes in. So many injuries are also popping up. So it's going to be a tough period for Simba Bhora going forward.
Yeah, it's difficult. My own experience is we ended up not training with Dynamos during the Champions League. Because
then
you play on Saturday, Sunday or Monday you are leaving. You arrive there the third day.
Yeah.
Because you're connecting flights.
Exactly.
Sometimes you're spending 6, 8 to 10 hours,
9 hours
at an airport.
9 hours, some airports. I think maybe now it's better because a lot of flights and many things have changed. That time around 2007, 8, things were not the way it is active in Africa. You find you are in Senegal at the airport in Dakar for 9 hours. And
waiting
you
for the next
no
flight.
one
You just sit there.
you just sit it. And when the flight comes,
Usati kwane magwati mafoni kuti unombotamba uchiwaredza nguva.
Exactly. Love ones only have space for 11 people.
So that's more hours for everybody else.
So you stay again 3 hours more. Then you follow with another flight, Monosca midnight. You don't even know where you are. You just wake up in the morning. You don't even know how are we going to the ground.
And another thing that might affect them is the time zones, especially if they go to Western Africa. Depending on the zone that they are playing in, the time zones can differ. So to shift your mindset in terms of rest, it can be difficult.
Yeah. All right. Talking about difficult, Dynamos. They're going to have a difficult time surviving relegation. Over the weekend, I was on mostly on social media, and there was this talk of Dynamos winning 6 of their 9 matches to survive relegation. Justice, honestly, if Dynamos by some miracle wins 6 out of their 9 encounters, will they survive relegation? Because my thinking is that it also has to tally with the teams around them losing as well.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's it. That's it. Even if they continue winning and other teams are winning,
it doesn't change anything.
So you have to play every game they're going to play. Dynamos have to win, and hopefully other teams lose. You get it?
Manje mari dzacho dzenza kutenderera sei? 6 teams against 1.
Yeah, and no. Besides, you see, psychologically, it can be taken in a manner, in a different way, because Dynamos is not dominate on my fans. If the fans start coming on ground, Zona Greenfield won't play Barufara.
That's true.
That would be difficult.
I think
even go Greenfield.
They won't play because this game is at Rufaro. Greenfield Dynamos is at Rufaro. Imagine that Rufaro pegged with that noise. Even the game against Scotland, Scotland won't enjoy that game.
Yeah.
You get it? So it will be a motivational. Because with Dynamos can go post it's a goal.
Yeah.
You get it? So imagine after that panic. And my referees are not panic. Whatever they are doing now, they are not panicking. If Dynamos has got the bigger crowd, that panic with 2 times 4.
So you can imagine that you've got 20,000 people that are going
exactly
against one.
Yeah. We used to know the Royal Budaparufaro. You get it.
Imagine the other day I was talking to Mdara Henry Beef Chari. Nakati Mdara isu kunzwa tiri kumbare kwedu ku national kuti ma defender paingonzi beefy hanzi avayo kwanzi Reuben, you know what? Inini neighbor nakwenda pana referee ndakati ukangoti jikisa ndiri kuona anhu esa kumba kwenyu mawa
sometimes
it can be like that, but I believe that like what I do agree with you, zvichaitika ndezvoti mamwe mateams ari kutamba sei. Is Dynamos also winning? Remember, Dynamos have not been scoring for fun. It's another area.
Last weekend they did score for fun against
3 goals. Yeah.
One of those games is a start. But what I appreciate, at least for the past 2-3 games, they've been coming up with goals. You know, the play is now much better. But 6 games out of 9 games, it's gonna be tough.
You know, having said that, if they are not going to be looking at it like we are or the fans are, to say win 6 out of, and they're going to take it a game at a time, to say, you know what, guys, we have no idea what will happen against Scotland or what will happen against whatever team that we're going to face. But let's just play iri. But make sure we play the same way.
But I've seen Yada winning from this kind of scenario.
Yeah, but
experience, guys.
You know what happens is usually when the Dynamo is a big club.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of pressure. Whoever is going to play with them, with the results they got in the last 3 games.
Already, fear is within them.
Exactly. So fear is in them. And if you look most of it, right now, Dynamos, the only thing they have to do is to capitalize on the chance which is coming now, whereby they've got only 1 away game left outside Harare.
Which is an advantage for them.
So the rest are at Rufar. So what is needed now is the 12th man.
And they will be.
Yeah, exactly. That's their backing. That 12th man is the backing. If you watch at Ascot, there were a lot of fans. Yeah, there were a lot of fans.
I believe most fans are now coming back to support their team, but they know next year if they don't do that, they won't be Dynamos.
Scotland.
Before you speak about Scotland, look, there's Islanders.
I know those are the even Cape United and Islanders.
No.
They're big. They're big clubs.
No. If you go around wherever you go, if you speak about these clubs, the new clubs, right? They are good. They are good clubs for the moment. But if you want to speak about the history of a football of a country, you never skip Dynamos, Islanders, and Cape United.
Never.
You get it. Do you know these teams? We have had so many teams like this. There were Blackpool was here.
Yeah, that's true. Amazulu.
You get it. If Amazulu with whatever they had, but they are defunct. You get it. Also, remember there were also teams from Mines. We had everything. Lancashire Steel, Wanky, Shaban. You know, they all went. But Dynamos, Islanders, and Capes, they still hold the history of Zimbabwean football.
Yeah, wherever you go, it's all about those 3 teams.
And you know what, gentlemen, what I believe in is that if anything happens, I believe in a 22-team league. I think we should have a 22-team league.
Of course, yeah.
If nothing happens, 18 is okay. And if something happens, 22.
I know 22 and school did that because teams urombo dzozowanda.
To be fair enough, you know. So far, if you see this league, the logo are in mid-table teams.
Yeah.
Everyone is in the chop
or going for the league.
Whoever has got an advantage, who knows how to play the cards, getting 3 games out of 3 in this league, And around 9 points from wherever they are.
What over
you survive
zone?
and you have synced too. And you get it. So I'm not saying or supporting Dynamos at the moment, but I'm saying Dynamos has got an advantage. Why? They're going to play Greenfield. They're going to play Scotland, who are chasing the
title,
which has got more pressure going up. You get it?
Going down.
Yeah. Then the other game is against Triangle here in Harare.
Yeah.
So Ivo are going to manage our games, and of course they are going to meet Caps United, which is a derby. We cannot say who is going to win. It's a derby, but Caps are not doing well at the moment. They can panic with the way they are doing in the last 2 games.
So
You get it. So we are saying good even Islanders has got 29 points. You get it.
So what?
So I'm saying good.
Even Chicken Inn is struggling also.
From now Chicken Inn Islanders it's not even safe. It's not safe. So whoever plays these cards very well and take the advantage which is gonna come. There's an advantage which is gonna come here. So you just have to out of relegation. The only 3 or 4 teams are going for the championship, of which now is 2 horse.
2 horse.
You get it. Yeah, I see race here.
Aiwa.
You get it. So whoever wants to go on top can just
go on top.
Yeah, it's just with the dovega. Vana pressure vega. The rest very cool. Then the rest, number 3, number 4, number 5. I think Varananga is thought we survived the relegation. Was the rest of
relegation? Unpredictable season. Very unpredictable. But let's talk about Caps United. Out of the Chibugu Super Cup, I know most of the fans were going, Chedu Kasola Ramba. Jimbete Chibugu. Once Bo. Macam Kings. It's so painful. Out of the cup, fighting relegation, lost against Yada, although Yada is a very difficult side for Caps United to beat.
Almost every big club.
So what does this mean? It should panic buttons be pressed now at Caps United, or everything is in order?
Today is a fire brigade. The last time I told you about the Caps, and Bevan was saying, no, Caps, this and that. Paper, paper, unodzima. Remember, I told you precisely when Ian Bakala came, everybody wants to prove that they want to play. But the moment they start playing, reset to the normal settings. So it
was new coach bounce. But it's only 2 matches.
Those two matches. If like what Justice is saying, those 2 matches, if they lose the next one, relegation zone.
He did say though that 2 losses for Caps United is back in the relegation zone.
If they lose next game, Dynamos wins. Dynamos is going to be 25. And they are 28.
It's only one game.
What's the meaning of that? And Pepe post up social media. She told my statement.
So what needs to happen at Caps United, Justice?
No, Caps. I think all the big 3, they've got a similar problem. You know. Managing themselves throughout the season has been difficult.
It's been poor.
I think I wrote about this last year. I wrote. Someone was I told them these small clubs which are coming in now, they're gonna give you a problem if you are not.
Yeah.
You know. So they didn't take it seriously. But you can see now things are now shaping to exactly where they are supposed to be. And you find it's not doesn't mean they don't have players. It's one of the teams in Nema Players League. You get it. But if you struggle in terms of all those issues, management, players and so forth, it's not affected, and it becomes a long run thing. So the time Yawakuda now, they need more from the players. The time is not allowing. Other teams are
games
also
are getting fewer and fewer.
And other teams are picking up. Where they've sorted the issues already with their players. These traditional teams, they always take long to decide because time is moving.
And also, I think the biggest mistake that Caps did was to let go for Manondo. Because remember, that guy was giving them 10 plus goals every season. For the past 3-4 seasons, that's about 40 goals. You know, and you just let him go.
It's management.
Give him what he wants.
If you have problem in managing things, you don't think you make something.
Isn't there Caps United is bigger than any player, or Dynamos is bigger than any player kind of mentality in these big three teams?
No, sometimes you just need to take care of your own kids. You know, take care of them. Besides showing the power, the muscle, and so forth. Of course, you are a big name as a club, but that club to roar, you need those players.
You need the players.
Yeah, those players, when they come in, they will show whatever they have, winning and making the brand bigger, and also the profiles of the player. But if you have players who are not motivated, you don't do anything.
Yeah, you don't get. You stop being big.
Yeah,
as well.
do you know there's nothing different if you look throughout the players at Scott, at Simba Bhora, Moss, and so forth. These boys, they are more like the same. Even with the ones Manyenga Chamba relegation. Look at Manyenga Diamonds, the squad. One Manyenga Diamonds squad, you know what? Why is Scott on top? Is Scott and Simba Bhora on top with Manyenga? They have got every experience. You get it. But they because of how they run their things. Now they are no, we are going relegation. They want to start, but things are no longer working.
And they are no longer working.
Yeah.
That's
the
it's
issue.
not starter.
Yeah, you get it. So that's the issue. So as long you have got a false start, you will never pick up. You never pick up because you face a lot of problems.
There's one team that is a constant every season. Answer number 1 relegation. Is it number 4? Rangers. What happens with that team?
Do you know why? It's simple. The moment Benza stops playing football for Rangers, that team will fight relegation.
He's the cog. He's the star player.
He's the star player.
How?
I want to
Explain.
Right. This is how he becomes the star player. Vanaiva kuziya kuti kutamba takashota. That's why he plays well for his age. But he knows that Ndara cannot. Saka it's 10 players and a half. Vanhu 150%. And yechido chekurwira Ndara. And at the same time, Ndara now, how he manages his team. And ichingo winners of your team. So they know what we want to make him happy. And
if you don't make Ndara happy,
he has been good for, to be honest with you, he has been good for our local football ever since they came into the Premier League. Most of those guys at Rangers, we've never heard about squabbles of monies at all. They started off slowly, but in the past 3-4 seasons, they're in the top 6. They never fight relegation, and they against the big teams, they are the bigger team.
You know, it's
very difficult to beat.
Yeah, it's the way they present themselves. Yeah, that team is quiet. They show on the pitch. Yeah, they are quiet. So these big clubs we're talking about, the big 3, they've got problems outside before they play. They've got problems outside. If you go to Islanders now, you can see a chunk of players, very good players, but they don't play because of those squabbles. It's the same as Dynamos. They're letting everyone go, whoever, the best players go, because of those squabbles. Same as Cape United. You mentioned about Manon. Why did he left? You know, these are the problems which formulate. But if you go to Rangers, you don't hear such things. What he does, his management is quite good. You know, whenever a player wants to leave at the Rangers, he just moves. He just moves and go. But no, like what other teams do, and the players at the Rangers have disciplinary issues. So it's how they run their club. Yeah, they've got their own style.
Plus, remember, Rangers is not just a club; it's a brand. It's an educational system that needs to lead by example.
Yeah, exactly.
So if they portray the wrong image in front of the 90,000 seater stadium at Rufaro.
They have 25 fans, it just becomes very difficult.
Yeah. So they fight for their name.
Yeah, of course. If you speak about the rentals, most people know about schools. Yeah, but so like he said, they have got something to defend. But it's about managing.
Yeah, they've managed it well. He has managed it well.
If you see, have you noticed that even within the management itself, there are no squabbles?
Yeah.
And chief among them is Chief Justice. Chief among them is, of course, the fact that they've made this more of a family thing, and therefore everybody has a role and everyone understands their role.
Yeah, they followed the hierarchy. You know, family hierarchy is very important. If you are Seguru, you are Seguru. If you are Mkoma, you are Mkoma. That's what they did, because they removed these problems at Dynamos, these problems at CAPS. You decide about any other player. I come with my own opinion. He comes with his own opinion. No, he's not supposed to make a decision. But they will listen and say, because it's Mkoma. So it runs smooth. That's why you see, even in modern day football, even bigger coaches, they are bringing in family members.
Yeah, I think when something becomes more of a family, not the Dynamos way, with people who've got a good heart, like Honorable Benza. He's got his brothers, his sons. You know, they try to run the team as a family project, and each and every player that comes within Range House is not just a player; he becomes part of the family. You know, I remember at Motor Action, may his soul rest in peace, Mr. Eric Rosen and Madame Rosen. Those two were very, very powerful people in Zimbabwean football during that era. They would take you as their own. Remember, Motor Action was from Acadia, but they took everybody. As far as Clemens Matao coming from Mutare, they took him as their own, and they would run the project very well till the passing on of our father, which is very, very sad for us. Motor Action should have also survived.
Yeah, gentlemen, thank you very much. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. Hopefully, we'll get you back again, Bevan and Valentine.
Don't bring Bevan. Why escapes is now.
No, that's how Tambomira Anita say.
Akachimbopukuta msodzi saka yanzi tauro racho harisi kunyatsopukuta
zvakanaka saka all right, thank you very much for joining us. Join us again next week, same time, where we discuss everything to do with football. Remember, we'd love to have your comments in the comment section, and we'll do our best next week. Starting next week, we're going to start reading all your comments and what you think about the discussions that we have. Anyway, have yourselves a great day.